There we go. I like that question slightly better. Which is good because it's a slight difference to the question. Alright. Whew. Alright, make sure it's all working. It's all working. It's all working. Alright. Hey everyone, welcome back. Chill games. Chill games. Alright, so last time we had a pacifist. That's all that matters. Alright, we have the Leviathan. So as a reminder, we have the Leviathan set entirely, except we have the Gilded Trinket. I could, if I want to, replace it with any other trinket, basically. Get myself more lifesteal and soul runes with this. That could be one. Bunch more vitality. Strength. Yeah, basically, wow. Plus, I think that's either plus 90 armor? Yeah, if that's plus 90 armor, that's pretty amazing. More lifesteal. Dexterity, focus, and resolve. That would be pretty funny, just have 1,000 resolve, basically. Alright, so we have those. Over here, we have all the lifesteal soul steel runes. We have all siphon capacity amplification, reinforced, folded. I'm slowly increasing my quenching runes. All magnesis, all bounty, all stone, all red, all resolve. And then these three are never touched. But yeah, it's basically all just maxing out a few runes specifically. Alright, so from there, just to remind people, my burdens. We are at New Game Plus 11. Ooh, I still need to do that burden there. Okay, note to self, there's still one more I need to get gold in. Alright, so my burdens are a single burden of ruin, a full set of burdens of scale, then every single boss ruin, and the 2 new area burdens. For these two. So let's see, these are each 650? I would think I'm going to start increasing Runic Horizons. I want to get more Soul Steel, more Life Steal, more Gold runes. Like, those all seem fantastic. So I think that's going to be increased soon. 300 per Limitless Potential. Donation limit is currently 12. Have I reached the max donation limit already? Alright, nope, it does not seem so. So if I haven't reached the max donation limit, I don't see a reason to increase that just yet. Alright, well, let's add to the number. And yes, it would be better if I just grabbed the kin set or a specific trinket and stuff like that. I am choosing to leave the Leviathan set on because I appreciate it. It just means I don't have to deal with the process of resetting my sets when I'm done. Alright. I know for a fact if I go to the harder areas, I can get one shot pretty easily. It's a silver chest, but so well guarded. Too well guarded. Alright. Change of plans. I have teleports. Let's go to a more dangerous area. Stinky and Steady. Alright, so the reason I choose Stinky and Steady is, one, it is more dangerous, so I get more gold. And two, between mimics and the paintings, there are enough threats that do not affect me that it should be alright. Like, even though it's technically a more dangerous area, there should actually be less things that target me, so. This is why I have all the magnesis runes, so I could just drop. Well, one of the most dangerous starting rooms. So dangerous, in fact, I'm just going to leave. I know I said I went there because it's safer. Well, that wasn't the safe version of the room. I'm taking this for when I find a weapon replacement. And note that assumes that I am finding a weapon replacement. It's such a good relic, I don't want to just throw it away because I can't use it yet. Ooh. Come on. There we are. Whew. Oh, was there an update? Did they finally finish it out? I thought they were going till November 4th, that they were going to wear costumes. Ooh. Ooh my gosh. Back off. Alright, let's find some candy. Let's find some meat. Ooh. Alright. Alright, well, I got some treasure. That's good enough for me. Alright. Oof. I have less levels in Gunslinger than I do in Ranger. That surprises me. Alright. Let's go with this Assassin. So, I do need to still do some things with Assassin, so... Or, I need to do some things with that newest challenge, and the Assassin could be a way of doing it. Anyways, I did not realize I had this much resolve to gain from this. Hold on. We have more gold. Let's actually spend it. Alright. I just need a check roll. So first I want to check. Is this Psychiatrist coming from my Unbreakable Will? Or is it coming from Master Smith? Resolve gain. Alright, so it is from Master Smith, but I think it has a hard cap. I hit it already. Yep. That's my guess. Alright. So we still have the two lovers, which isn't complete. Oof. Keep this over here. Alright, we're just gonna wait and Obscura! Haha! I hit the button! I hit the Obscura, but I didn't think I hit anything else. I didn't think I made any attacks. Because that's the only reason I could think that that Obscura would have ended early. I just fell through. Wow. I feel like I'm getting a little unlucky with some of these attacks. And the Obscura, even when it did. In these, how many points do you lose from taking relics? It depends on how much resolve lost. And I don't know the exact number. It's just high enough that I'm not going to do it. Hello, and what in the absolute redacted is this bullet hell? It is the new Scar challenge. So I have to beat both Enoch and Nama at the same time. Alright. And I need to do it with multiple characters to get gold, so we have moved on to the assassin. Whew, lasted just long enough. This little portal to help us out. Thank goodness we're Obscura. So it cares every time I get hit, not how much damage I take. So that was actually really bad. Taking that little hit there. Whew. It looks so hard. It is considered the hardest Scar added to date. It doesn't care about time frame. It cares about how many hits you take. So I took too many hits. See, I took 4. But I got to the gold medal, which is all I was looking for. Awesome. By the way, so this is 450 souls. I'm just checking the numbers. 1,500 souls were taken from that. Ooh, we got a big comment. I'm going to have to get to that later. Alright. On the week's discussion, I love psychological horror, probably because I love to analyze it and why it's scary. Same. I also hate jump scares because I just can't relax when I know there could be a sudden loud noise, which I guess is the point, but it's like, Yeah, it's just unnecessary stress. Exactly. That's my problem with that stuff. So it's bearable sometimes, though. I was playing until dawn early, and I stopped 2 hours in because of the tiny downtime between jump scares. The tiny downtime between jump scares at the point I was at. Yeah, exactly. I hate jump scares. That's my big theme. Jump scares are just like psychological horror, fiends of the mind. Like, what was it? The movie Joker was like really. I would consider that a psychological horror to some extent because it's talking about the psychology of a man messed up so thoroughly. It's like horrifying the fact that you connect with it in certain ways. But yeah, the psychological horror has definitely been my favorite kind of horror. Like it's the one that I can tolerate basically, because I'm not much of a horror person at all. But what is it? Junji Ito has some really good. Like, even though I can't tolerate horror, Junji Ito has some great, anime, sort of. Almost didn't see that. But yeah, some of those, really good. Which I guess, the Junji Ito that I like isn't exactly psychological horror. It's just, it's horror that, because it's a written theme, they can't really jump scare you. And I think that is an important part. That's like, whenever the horror relies on a jump scare, it's just bad horror in my mind, is basically the theme. Oof. I watched The Exorcist a few nights ago, and I loved that I could relax and enjoy the film because of the lack of jump scares. Interesting. I'm taking one of these. Oof. Yeah, like, I guess that's the thing. I kind of like the thought-provoking horror, not the terrifying horror, not the gruesome horror. Like, what was it? I watched the first Saw once, and, like, the first Saw, there were a few moments that I'm just like, ew, I don't really appreciate, like, I understand why other people like it, but it's like, I do appreciate the guy cutting his leg off sort of thing. I appreciated the considerations and stuff that they were doing between that time. And then apparently from my understanding, and I could just be horribly wrong in this understanding, they've leaned further into the more vicious messing people up over the more psychological side of things. Because like the whole idea is that the monster was forcing people to re-examine the value of life. And like versus the other monster that was just like, apparently they got like another person who was copying him in the later ones, and he was just a monster. I love anime. I love manga and anime horror. It's so creative with the illustrations are incredible from what I've read. Yeah, Junji Ito. In case you're wondering, Weebish, Junji Ito is like a famous horror novelist over in Japan. If you ever want to just, like, I'm curious how many of the ones that you've read are just from him, because he's just so good. I've read a few of his, and like one was just like, it's infamous almost for its pictures, because there's like the whole idea is there's a mountain that how do I explain this? The mountain split open, and inside there are a bunch of holes that were shaped like humans. It's kind of just like a mystery of what's going on, and certain people feel like a connection to the holes, in a sense, like this hole was made for me sort of thing. And just like what's going on is kind of, it's like creepy, but it's not like I look away creepy, it's just kind of creepy. And then it has a monster at the end, but that's besides the point. The thing's still scary without that final picture. Oof. Oof. Alright. So I changed my talent. Yeah, I've got more iframes then. Rage Tincture becomes valuable. In some gruesome horror and stuff, yeah, I like some gruesome horror. I understand how people can. I'm not one of those people, but yeah, I understand that. But psychological stuff is what I like. I also love Phasmophobia because of the way it builds tension without jump scares. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, like, I brought this up that, like, on Halloween, I watched, my friend, T-Lore. He actually has it, I know him from YouTube, but, like, we've hung out before. He did a playthrough of some game called Poppy's Playtime, and it was just kind of, like, the problem was I was constantly scared of the jump scares. I'm like, if I, like, so, just to pause, that Poppy's Playtime, it has a mechanic with, like, these, basically super slingshot arms that you use for, like, a lot of puzzles and stuff. If they took that mechanic and made a more Portal style, you're here to experiment, looking at Junji Ito, I recognize so much of it. Yep, definitely. That's the best artist if you can just find stuff that you don't see from it. I think you'll enjoy that, Weebish. But with that Poppy's Playtime, I felt like the mechanic of, like, the stretchy arms was, like, really, really well done. The problem was I couldn't really see myself playing around with it because I was too scared of jump scares around the corner. Like, there's a part where my friend just, like, brought a chair with him. I'm just like, dude, that's awesome. Like, you can just drag things along with you. And it just is like, it's like I want to play around with it like I'd play around with the portal gun on Portal. But the game, because I have to worry about jump scares, it doesn't really support that kind of playstyle. Alright. Yes, you can roll on spikes as long as you don't stay there for like longer than half a second or so. In case anyone's curious. Alright, that's one down. Gonna make this one a lot easier to face. Whew. Bam. Honestly, I just hate the horrible piercing noise in Poppy Playtime when people get caught. Yeah, exactly, like, the arm maneuvering, the way that they made, like, the Playtime device of, like, the spring-loaded, like, sticky arms, like, that was, like, if they could just, like, that was fantastic. But as you said, like, I hate when thieves are very extremely loud, and when jump scares are a huge part of it, which is a lot of the fear factor in Poppy's Playtime, which, well, let's see how this is without fire. Because I definitely enjoyed it. I do like the idea of the game and the story, especially the designs. Yep. This doll has really intelligence. Like, oh, that's going to go wrong in so many different ways now that we know it's a horror game. And just like, what was it? Wasn't their first thing that they did with Playtime was you shine her shoes or something like that in the commercial that, like, it shows at the beginning? Like, yeah, that's... okay. That was cool. It just bounced off its head onto it again. Yeah. If I could get it to bounce off their head again, but... oh, not enough. I mean, it's still a fun weapon. It's just not as powerful of a weapon. Ooh. Pretty bad sensory issues with noise, so horror has never been a thing I really tried until the last year or two. Yeah, I could see that very clearly. That makes sense. Oh my gosh. I'm honestly glad I took off the Burdens of Ruin. Oof. But yeah, just like the needless noise is definitely one of those things that just like, yeah. Ooh. I think it'd be a cool way to reward precision with hitting the same enemy on the head multiple times. Best costume goes to the Grumpy Cat Royal Knights. I'm down for that. Well, let's get more resolve then. Wait, you could get weapon changes? You can actually change what kind of blessing it is? I had no idea. Roll. I thought that... Okay. So previously, you could not change the type of blessing from that. You could only change... Like, if you got a blessing of... If you had a thing that changes your skill, the changed one will also change your skill. Now, apparently I can change it out. That's cool to know. I could take these jumping out. It's the excessive noise that gets me. Ooh. Well. This is not the best weapon. I picked it because it was cool, not because it was good. Alright. Well. We gotta play around a bit with the assassin. That was fun. Hero Complex Katana. Hero Complex isn't very good when I'm just beating the living bejesus out of everything. Alright. Mage. Ronin with Ooh, hold up, hold up. We now have the intelligence-based Ronin. Let's try that out a little bit. Still can't... That was the Valkyrie's halberd weapon, not the deflect challenge. Oh, it was! I did not realize that. My mistake. My mistake. Thank you for letting me know. You still can't. Okay, good. Good. That's probably a good thing. Did I ever read your theme? $800 on the far swing because I have so much intelligence. Alright. I turn off audio for horror games that are really loud sometimes, but affects the ambience a lot. I bet. Yep. Ah. That was just foolish of me. I should have just left that area earlier. It's being a little pointless in a lot of my utility of items. Twin War Drums or Clotho Spindle. I mean, this is going to increase my damage massively. So this is plus 24% damage, but I also lost basically all of my resolve. Question is, do I care? The answer is no. Whew. I've had fun to put excessively cheery music over horror games sometimes. I mean, definitely Poppy's Playtime is fitting for that sort of theme. Like, I think they could put excessively cheerful music on that horror game and would fit. Well, that was just me, my horrible timing there. Okay, I'm liking this imp build. In case you're wondering, they recently made it so that there could be more imp-based Ronins. And so, that's what I'm trying out right now, basically. But yeah, if you basically increase the damage of their talent, and if you kill with their talents, it immediately refreshes. And since the talent's damage is based off intelligence, my high intelligence build, I could sometimes just one-shot people. Alright. Jump scares don't even need noise to be scary. Like when Michael Myers' face comes to the closet. I have not seen Halloween, but I'll trust you on that. Talk about bug snacks. So by the way, I'm pretty sure, like, from what I understand, that the monster in Poppy's playtime is not Poppy. Poppy is the name of the doll you pick up at the end of Chapter 1. So that monster, I think someone said, like, in the lore, it's Huggy. The name of the actual monster is Huggy, which, you know, even more terrifying. Gosh darn it. Puppy is the very creepy doll. The blue one is Huggy Wuggy and is the mascot in the game. Alright. Or... Whoop. Ooh. You just all sit in that corner. I appreciate it. Ooh. I get the mix-up since there's only one chapter, and Huggy Wuggy is the thing that chases you. Yep, exactly. Makes sense that you would get them mixed up. I just want to note that that wasn't Poppy. Ooh. Failed to die. Whew. A damage boost. So yeah, I'm not sure. This seems like it's really good for facing hordes. But against facing the boss, I'm not sure. It has laser beam. That could destroy. Yep. Puppy is worse than Huggy. It's just the part at the end that end, in my opinion. Yep. I think that's the intent. So in case you're wondering, I have auto drop on. So to hit downwards, I have to drop from the platform. Which is why I got hit like that. Ooh. I'm bad with dolls anyways, yep. Definitely the more realistic the doll is, the more uncomfortable it is. It falls into the uncanny... Dolls are capable of falling into the uncanny valley very easily is the main thing in my mind. Ooh. You get small hap and attack down, and yeah, what happens is there's a large stall after your attack. And during that stall, I'm still unfrozen. That's the main issue. But it's... I thank you for the advice. Really, I just need to not screw myself over with such a setup is the real issue. Because I could change this up at any time, I just don't. Oof. I mean, I guess it's not as comfortable without the setup, but... Hey, it still does the damage even if I can't reach it. That's good to know. So I'm looking for Lamech for people that are wondering why I'm still wandering around here when I have the next area. I still have to beat Lamech. Whew. Whew. I never considered dolls being in the Uncanny Valley, but makes sense. Yep. I mean, I got through a game called Under recently, which... Oh. Cool. I've heard a little bit about it back when it was back in early access. If I'm correct, it's a bit closer to Binding of Isaac in style of roguelike. Which, you know, I have nothing against. It's just not what I'm looking for at the moment. Ooh. Okay. Lucky, you two get to live. Psych. Yeah. Oof. But yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, I know Uncanny Valley is like a big issue with fiends being creepy. And like, dolls are creepy. I'm like, but what makes them creepy? And it's like the only thing that I can legitimately consider that pulls it off. There we go. Ooh. I feel like I haven't played enough to even recommend it. Just the 50 to 20 hour mark, which for other games, if it wasn't a roguelike, that would be more than enough to recommend and or not recommend a game. Funny. I mostly play roguelikes and forget the genre exists sometimes. Yep. Sometimes you just like... It's like I play so many platformers, I forget that there are games that don't use platforming as a thing. I mean... I guess as part of that, I don't really consider Magic as a game. It's just... Magic is Magic, you know? Because I realize Magic the Gathering has none of that. Yeah, this talent is great for clearing. You know, yeah, I should go face Lamech after I'm done here. Don't know why I'm waiting for. I mean, I guess I could find Book, get another relic. MTG is simply a theme that exists. It's not a game, it is a theme. Dark Souls, aka the platformer without a dedicated jump button. Much like Legend of Zelda. Let's go. Ah. Ooh. Alright. But I get annoyed by this. I have all the... I have all the empathies, all of them complete. So I'll just give random empathies because it's glitched slightly. It says I'm supposed to get an empathy here. And so it doesn't consider that I might already be done with it all. I actually was not going to watch Squid Games because I thought it'd be filled with jump scares and really excessive and unrealistically gruesome horror. Yeah, I mean, there is some gruesome... I would consider there is some definitely gruesomeness, but, like, I don't feel like it's needless the way that it would be in other shows of its kind, of, like, other shows going for the same appeal. Like, it's definitely much more justifiable in the way it does its horror. Or its gruesomeness, I guess, would be the phrase. I once found 4 Stygian Tears and every single one of them had the bouncing boss ball. Dude. Ugh. I mean, if you get good at that boss, that's good, but it's definitely one of the harder ones to get good at. Did the music just stop? Oh no, it just got quiet. Okay. The worst it got for me was episode 8. Oh, yeah. For me, the psychological part of, when they... I think it was episode 4, where... the guy dies, and they just pick up the casket instead of actually doing anything about the killer. That was the rough one. Ooh. Yeah. They were pretty... They did a good job. They did a good job at that. Made you sad. Similar things for me. I might just pick Gnawed Bone because it reduces my resolve the least. And it gives me plus 12% damage. Alright. Not perfect. I don't care. Made some mistakes. Oh well. Oh my gosh, I didn't. So they were far enough away from the screen that I did not see that that was the next attack. Oh my gosh, pressed the wrong button there. So that one was my fault. That last one was definitely my fault, 100%. I literally just pressed the wrong button. And yeah, yours should be punished for pressing the wrong button. It's just I did it twice in a row. Alright, let's not make any more mistakes. Poison's ticking hard. As it should be. Well. So my idea was I was going to jump up and try to start a laser beam, because the laser beam will destroy all projectiles, so... But I jumped at the wrong time, it seems. Alright. Valkyrie has no changed weapon. This has no changed weapon. I'm trying to think which ones, because I do need to beat the boss, so... Just trying to think if they are good enough to beat the boss. That's really all that's going on in my mind right now. We could have a pacifist again. Compulsive gambling pacifist. That is an option. Yeah. I always like me my pacifists, so... Let's pacify some enemies. Trying to think if there's anything I'm supposed to grab. Nope. Alright. We are slowly building up. So the reason I do not bother increasing the living safe capacity or gold return or anything is because the living safe increases... How do I say it? The living safe... It gets in the way of me getting the Sharon's charity donations. I'm always scared to fight Lamech the most for some reason. Well. Let's see. And caskets. Yeah, Lamech is, if you... Rip Lady Sarah, you walked into the room and died instantly. You know, that might be the cause. That might be the solution. Crescendo the items, kick on them, shoot beams overhead. Yeah. Hit Clanthropy. Could go with the assassin. I only have rank 11 assassin. So let's go with this one. Oof. But yeah, so why... I'm trying to think why Lamech would be the scariest. I mean... Yeah, I'm just trying to think. When compared to Irad and stuff, I'm just like... I'm drawing blanks. Yeah, my shield is now dealing more damage than my base attacks because I have such high intelligence compared to my strength score. Which is pretty sad. Whew. Here. Prime boss weakest to hardest. Skeletons, Namal, Lamek, Enoch. Yeah, Prime Lamek is definitely much more notably hard. I definitely think that Prime Nama, by the time you can get access to Prime Nama, you should have the resources to take her out properly. Prime Enoch just feels like a harder version of the Enoch fight. I'm not sure about the so Void Beast Bareth and I guess Estuary Mahujuel, or I call him Estuary Michael because I can't pronounce that freaking name. But I think that they're harder than other people have said they are. Could be just because of my playstyle, the fact that a lot of people are at insanely high levels. Like the fact that I could still keep getting ×5 purchases in the shop does say a lot about the difference in my level compared to others. Alright. Oop. I'm just not going to get into needless fights right now. I definitely need more damage, which I don't have. Ooh. I mean, yeah, no, I know you meant that skeletons are the easiest. I don't think they're that easy. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not alone. A lot of people have said that the skeletons are the easiest prime boss. I disagree. I find Prime Lamek, like, as much as I've been losing to Prime Lamek, I still find him the easiest prime boss. And, I mean, that just shows that I'm having a lot of issue right now. But yeah, like, you get a good spell for Prime Lamek, and you could just take him out. Forget that their attack is cut short if you attack them while they start their spin. Go. Whew. I've been AFKing Cookie Clicker for a while, buying occasional upgrades for a while, and honestly I just think seeing the number go up has made me a lot more relaxed. Yep, that's how those games get you. Keep in mind, there's plenty of games that are built around you don't do much, yet number goes up. In fact, that's actually the appeal of going to New Game Plus, Infinity and beyond, basically. That you have a number that's forever increasing. Like, that's the point of them trying to get as much New Game Plus levels as possible. Hey hater, how's it going? We're doing good. We're just trying out the new patch, just chilling with some New Game Plus 11, I believe this is now. Trying to beat... I've been having some way more issues with Primal Mech than I should. What does the new patch have? So first, it has a lot of Halloween costumes. You'll see a lot of the enemies are wearing, like, bunny masks and stuff like that. It has some updates to balance. I'm trying to think of the full list. That ain't good. Even with the burden of ruin, those things aren't doing much. Oh yeah, the meat is now candy. That's another theme. Of course, these are all temporary. They're just here for the Halloween event, basically. Alright, killed one on the other side, at least. And I've nearly locked the other one onto the other side with him. Whew. I think seeing the numbers go up and feeling happy about it is seen as bad and manipulative, but I think it's actually pretty helpful for a lot of people. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's an addiction, but like, people with addictive personalities, like, there's a lot of things that you could be getting them addicted to. And of them, this is perhaps one of the most harmless. Not, like, it's not that it's good, it's that it's not bad. Like, the way that, those kind of personalities that would be most connected to that would, be appealed by. Oop. That's my input on it. Because, like, I have an addictive personality myself. So, like, there's certain things that I just refuse to get close to. Like, alcohol, for example. I will not drink alcohol, ever. But, like, yeah. So, being able to addict myself to something like this is a lot more, yeah. It's near harmless, exactly. It's not healthy, but it's near harmless. Exactly. Gosh. Do my kicks deal more damage than the regular slices? Oh, once the final boss is out after killing it, you get to go to the next New Game Plus with the same character. Yep, that's usually how it works. That way you can carry an awesome character all the way through the game multiple times. That's how it worked in the original. I see no reason why they would change it now. Generally, if your character is the one that escaped the castle, you know, they escaped the castle. Okay, so my crit is 148 damage, everyone. So that sounds awesome. I just want to show you something, though. 229. My kicks are dealing more damage. It's crazy for me to get addicted to things, I would say. Yep, same here. Previously I thought horror doesn't affect me. Then I realized that's wrong when I watched Chucky. Yep. You just find the thing that does affect you, and it's wrong. Suddenly, at least in my case, I'm affected pretty easily, so I don't really like horror all that much, because generally my main thing is that a lot of people they have to keep increasing how... I guess we'll explain it like tolerance. So a lot of horror is made for people with high tolerance to horror, which is not me. Therefore, when I watch nowadays horror, it's just absolutely like not for me, because I'm looking for like a lower level of threat, and that just doesn't exist anymore. Because people that like threats, okay, there has to be. It feels like there has to be a secrets here. I mean, I don't see anything flowing up. That's because I really didn't watch any horror movies? Same. But, okay, well, hold up. You thought you were not affected by horror? And, you never watch horror movies? That's... hate to tell you this, but I'm pretty sure that's just naivety, not, actual, like, immunity. Because I don't watch horror films, but that's because the times I did, it affected me. Ugh. Oop. Whew. Alright. Hey! Yeah, I know there's a lot of comments, I just gotta focus on that. Whew. It's not horror movies nowadays, it's psychopath level. Yeah, exactly. I see horror films kind of like spicy food, but I don't know how to elaborate on that. No, I get the sense where it's like, some people can't... Oh my god, this is actually perfect, because I can't handle spicy food either. So it's like I need mild, and then like sometimes when I really want to get tough, I go for medium. Most people, like, they'll take sriracha sauce and be like, this isn't really anything. I'm like, dude, I remember my friend offered to share a pizza with me, but it was a jalapeno pizza. Oh man, I was crying by the end of eating that thing. It was delicious, but oh my gosh, it was so painful. It's like horror films are like spicy food, because like certain people love spicy food, but they've learned to tolerate it, so they have to get something more and more spicy to account for the fact that they are more tolerant to spicy food. But then there's someone like me who's like, oh, I kind of want to get into spicy food, mostly because I want to be able to eat the good stuff that's forced to be spicy by necessity. And they're like, okay, you want spicy food? Here's death peppers. Like, no, back off, man. I don't need that. But yeah, that's how I would elaborate on it. Yeah, it's made for people that are resistant, basically. Thing is, I started to imagine Chucky in every dark corner of the house, road, and even to my bedroom. Yep. In my opinion, analog horror is the best horror because it doesn't have to rely on cheap jump scares. Anytime horror doesn't have to rely on cheap jump scares, like, I would consider jump scares to be a separate thing of horror. I'd consider that thriller, because the whole idea is to bring adrenaline up in your veins, not to actually scare you, as far as I care. Slasher movies can sometimes feel like a competition of what bad guy can kill the most people. I know, like, slashers are done for, like... I know people watch slashers for reasons other than, horror. Like, there's a certain thing where, like, certain people go to slasher films with the intent to watch a bad movie. I don't exactly understand the process, but there is, like, a thing where slashers are different than horror films. There's, like, something that people love about slasher films, of just, like, there's, like, a comical aspect that people have tapped into with these slasher films. I haven't touched it myself, but I know about that. Love spicy food? Good for you, Lambo Droid. I have a friend that loves spicy food, and I'm just trying to join your ranks, but it's really hard. I think Karma got me good because I was mocking my cousin that he is a scaredy cat. Alright. So, Hater and I... It seems like there's a combination that people who have trouble with spicy food also have trouble with horror films. The fact that there's a connection between those two, pretty unfortunate, but also pretty awesome to know. Yeah. Often leads to fear of opening doors. Luckily, it passes overnight. For you, it passes overnight. For those of us who it doesn't pass overnight, we just can't watch horror movies, really. And that's the thing that sucks. I'm quite resistant to spicy food because I was raised with a lot of spicy Indian food. Yep. Exactly, like that's the theme of how you were raised. I was raised with... I was raised with milk and just general, like, simple things. My mom, one of my parents literally couldn't even handle the spice of orange chicken. In case you're wondering, orange chicken isn't even considered spicy food. And yet the spice was too much for one of my parents. So, we don't have too much spicy food at my house. My brother recently started, like, getting into sriracha sauce and that sort of stuff. And, like, every once in a while, he'll, like, offer this delicious sauce to me. And it's like, it's absolutely delicious. And then I finish the meal, and my entire throat and everything out to my lips is on fire. And it's delicious. And, like, sometimes it's worth it. But my gosh, it is way too spicy for me. And the worst part is it's one of those spices that doesn't trigger till later, and you don't feel pain. And because it doesn't trigger for later, it also, anything you're trying to do to protect yourself from the spice doesn't actually work until later. This might be one where I have to jump on people's heads, so I'm not going to kill anything yet. Alright. Come over here. Alright, fine. Go. Ooh. We have a low-light little garden that has big trees like mangoes and others, and our garage on the other side of the trees is a kitchen where I come from. You can... Oh, are you saying it's built kind of like the houses in the horror shows? Ooh. Gosh. Yeah, no, I have a friend who lived in, like, an old-style house. Like, literally one of those things that sounds like it's going to be haunted just because of the creaking and the floorboards and stuff. Like, yeah. It wasn't able to be attended to, and like when I'd go over to my friend's place, it was like, I remember my other friends are like, sorry, I can't sleep at your place. It's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, look, it ain't fine for me, guys. Oof. Alright. If it's full horror film, I can at least last months and doesn't just last overnight. It's mostly just the occasional spooky image from a video that passes. Yep. Oof. Glad to have a talkative chat, though, so glad to have you, Hater. Horror pitch. Man eats spicy chickens and dreads my ill feelings. I wonder if that would be a better thriller, but the concept can go places. Yep. They should have a timer, visual, to show us when that bomb's gonna... Oh. I guess they have the visual of when it's about to go off. That's close enough. I understand how you get used to creepy houses and also why people can't sleep in them. Yep. I mean, if it's your house, it's your house. In case you're wondering, I have 0 retaliation runes, so that was just us hitting at the same time. Yep. The knockback of the shield spell deals 370 damage. Yep. Problem with playing a magic character with Wind Wall. Like, I think this character can beat Lamech. The problem is, he beats him by tickling him to death. Maybe he actually has damage. Maybe we've changed this strat. And I always just use he because I'm a he. I don't really... It probably is a girl. This probably is a girl, now that I look at the hair coming out from the side and stuff. Anyways. Super crit deals 220. Super crits deal less damage than my kick. Just put that in perspective. This is Chad Patrick wanting to do some kicking. Oh. Yes, please. Solve the problem for me. Ooh. Scariest thing that ever happened to me was when my brother went to work in another city, so I am sleeping alone in our bedroom in the middle of the night. Started hearing someone exhaling in the corner of the room, and it was not good feeling. Nope. My aunt already had some experience with Jinn, and she gave me some things to read. Oh, yeah. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, nah. It's like... I know scientifically there's no evidence of ghosts and stuff, but it's like... I feel like I'm going to just stop there, but there is some weird stuff that happens in the world that we can't explain, and at the very least, having the confidence, the support to stop it is nice. I feel kind of bad when I go to film nights and everyone wants to watch a horror film, and I stop everyone from watching horror, so that's always sad. Always sad when, like, you can't be part of invitations because of that sort of stuff. Luckily, both my... in real life friends also dislike horror, so we agree on what we watch pretty quickly. That's awesome. That's why you choose the movie before you go out. The reason I have a strength guy because it's more well thought and balanced than magic. I would say it's just more. I would say the power of strength is that it's more consistent. That's how I would phrase it. I wouldn't say more balanced and thought out. It's more consistent, which I guess, like, you can argue is more balanced, but like, I can output a lot of damage with magic. I'm just gonna make it easy on myself. Yeah, I have so many escape options that it's not even funny. So it's literally just, as long as I actually use my escape options, I'm good. Alright, let's get our mana back. Yeah, I didn't know how far that was going, so I thought I'd be safe. But as you can see, like, no damage, but all the protection. We haven't taken a hit yet. But most bosses would, most of the time, I would already be halfway through this boss. Right now, we are like at the quarter mark. Ooh, I see that the comments are still continuing. I cannot respond while I'm fighting. What? Okay. So I press the ability, and then I just let go of all buttons. And it still triggered. So that was just like an issue with the ability. Wasn't the smartest move from my part. Alright. Go. How far that's going, so let's be safe. Ooh. I can see the comments exploding. I just can't do anything about them while my focus is fully on the boss. There we go. Whew, well. It's awesome. Well, I'm going to be reading comments for a while now, because they scroll up. Alright. Ghosts could be real in my opinion. I don't think they are, but I consider it a real possibility. Same. It's like, we're never going to scientifically prove ghosts exist, and a lot of the things that... A lot of the, like, ritual sort of stuff could just be placebo as far as we know, but, like, I'm just... One, why take the chance? I just... It's that sort of stuff. I'm never gonna be like, oh, you believe in ghosts or anything stupid like that. Like, obviously there's no scientific evidence they exist, but I've heard enough, like, supplemental stories. My mom was actually haunted by one as a kid. Like, I'm going to come to the belief that, hey, they could exist, and we might as well act as if they do and be cautious about it. Like, no reason to put yourself in danger because, this place isn't haunted. We all have pretty bad social anxiety, so we stick to each other's houses. Always a good thing. Or figuratively stick to each other's houses. I'm going to say the social anxiety is not a good thing, but, like, having each other's backs when you go to other places, always good. I believe in supernatural things because I don't think everything can be explained by science. Yep, basically. There are things that, like, the definition of science, like, to be scientific, it has to be something that we bring into human understanding. And if you believe there are things that are beyond human understanding, then you have to also believe that there are things that science cannot give you an answer to. And even scientists, like, there are plenty of scientists who are religious and therefore still believe in things that science says cannot exist. Because it's just, as far as I see it, science and religion are 100% separate. You can be religious, you can be scientific, and it doesn't affect one another. And yeah, it's just like, yeah, not everything can be explained by science. And there are some things that if you just use religion, like, you're left with a lack of a knowledge base. So it's good to have both. That's my general theme. They're either real or scientific coincidences are more common. They're either real or scientific coincidences are more common than we think. Okay, scientific coincidences do happen very often, actually. I'm not sure how common you think they are, but they are quite common. Magma Mass Attack is really annoying without Wind Wall. So the way you avoid the Primal Mech Magma Mass Attack is you dash into him, and then you jump and kick on his head. Of course, if you mistime your dash or something, you could hit as you just run straight into him. And if you don't go on top of his head, the two close Magma Mass balls will hit you. But that is the strategy, and that's why, yeah, Wind Wall is a nice little make it easier on yourself sort of thing. And because I have the Siphon runes, I am gaining mana fast enough that I could just be throwing out Wind Walls whenever I feel like it. And that's the place where I feel like using it. Alright. Feelings cannot be explained scientifically. Well, there's hormones and stuff. They can be explained somewhat scientifically. But I would say, yeah, love and hate actually can be explained pretty scientifically. But I'm not going to hold that against you. I still stand by the whole thing. Yeah, exactly. I think they can, but I don't have any sources. Exactly the same thing. Brain is very hard to research and is a pretty big mystery for sciences. Yep, that's the thing. So we do get the sense of there are chemicals. There are things that you can use to force emotions, that sort of stuff. But, like, to what extent? Yeah, not trying to disrespect your opinion or anything, just thinking about different perspectives and stuff. Yeah, no, exactly. I love the different perspectives. Exactly. I call this the Hater Ali buff. You said you were struggling with him, but now you win. Hey, good luck charm in the chat. That's always nice. One time my sister said that one night when she was in bed, she heard her name being called and arm being touched, but nobody was in the room with her. Dude, all the time. I have, so I actually grew up with a whole thing that I have an over-excessive imagination. And because of that, like, growing up as a kid, I could never... So yeah, I'll just tell you right now, I'm 26 and I still use a nightlight, because every time I open my eyes in the dark, basically think of it this way. You know how, when you don't recognize a shape, sometimes your mind will try to, like in the dark, you see some semblance of a shape, and your mind will try to, like, connect the dots and make it into something? Like, for example, if you ever see a half moon, it looks like it's the whole moon, but you can't. The part that's not connected by light is actually completely invisible, and your mind is making up the circular shape. In the same way all our minds do that sort of stuff, I actually have an issue that, because I'm so imaginative, what happens is when I open my eyes, if I see something like that in my room, just like, you know, my hanging shirts or stuff make the shape of a person, kind of, my mind will autocorrect into an actual threat, into an actual person. So I still have to use a nightlight, because if I wake up, there's, like, all these times where I've woken up, I just jumped out of my room, just, like, freaking out, because that sort of stuff. Whew. But yeah, the name me call army touch definitely happened as well, just with, like, dreams, where it's like, when you think something's there, it's not just, when I was talking about that visual, the visual is the most direct example, But it's not just visual, it's physical feeling. It's touch, it's smell, it's sound. You get those senses. So yeah, I do believe when you said your sister that one night she was in bed, it could just be dreams, but again, I'm not going to, like, keep yourself safe, obviously. Don't play with things that you don't understand. Once I didn't see my cat walk into my wardrobe, and she ran out, and it scared me. Yep. Weird things happen when we have no explanation for them at the moment. Yep, and your mind, one of the things with when you don't have explanation, your mind tries to solve it for you. Like, that's one of the things the mind does. And that's where a lot of monsters come from. That's, like, where you try to, you see things that you don't understand, and you connect them in a way into, like, a single entity. And that single entity has to be a monster, because it's not capable of being the human. Like, a person's walking around, and a dog goes running by. Oh, the human and the dog were the same. It's a werewolf! That sort of stuff. Very paranoid about how I word things. Yeah, don't worry about it. Look, I'm the one on camera, and I barely word things well all the time. I've already had like 2 or 3 different comments that were rants of how I am so horribly wrong because I misworded things during the video. So, I don't word things properly. I don't expect my chat to word things properly. I've been here for almost a year, and I still do it wrong. So, if you word things improperly in the chat, just say, hey, I misworded, I meant this. And, like, I understand. Don't you guys worry. Yep. They're not scientifically proven to exist. They're also not scientifically disproven. It might be, but I don't really... There's a lot... Scientific is a lot... So, let me put it this way. With a lot of science has a theoretical basis, as in... Theoretical means it seems very much to be true, but to be a scientific fact requires such a huge degree of evidence that we're just maintaining a theory. For example, gravity is a scientific theory. We have so much evidence that gravity exists, but it's still a theory, because the movement from theory to fact is basically impossible. So, hey, how's it going, Destiny Bound? Glad to have you here. We had a huge chat. I never want that kind of stuff to happen to me. Don't play around with it if you don't feel comfortable with it. Not to sound rude, but I think it would be more time efficient to retire this character and try one with actual source of DPS. Fair enough. But we did it. Yep. Brain is very powerful. It's constantly looking for patterns. Will fill in the info that isn't there. Precisely. I feel like my brain hates me because it always does stuff like that. The brain doesn't hate you. It's just... So what it is your brain's in a defensive state. It's watching out for danger. Your brain's got your back. It's just one of those guys that are very fearful and like screams at the sight of something it doesn't understand. But your brain's there to protect you. It doesn't hate you. It just feels like there's more... you just need to convince it that there's a less threats than it currently believes there are. Sometimes you want to switch your brain off so you don't imagine those things. Basically. Now we can see smiley faces and totally random things. I guess a similar thing happens to me when my mind tries to fill a void area, such as a blank TV screen in my room. I can see pictures on it, but usually from a game or something I played earlier that day. The brain theme explains why I hate late night power cuts. Oh my god, I remember one... Yeah, no. Late time... When you wake up and the power's out, it's like... Okay, I hope... Like, usually what happens is when that happens, my dad is moving around trying to get the lights and, like, flashlights and stuff. So it's like, I wake up to thud, 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 going in around my room, and then, like, you know, he gets all the lights, he starts bringing them to our rooms. So I'm waking up, it's pitch black, I can't see anything, as I hear a thud, 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 coming down the hallway towards me. It's just like... No, I understand. Late night power outages suck. Other thing is that the culture affect imagination too. Like we have a monster that takes children in the night, and it has a head of a donkey and the body of a woman, and therefore you would see that when it's the cultural, because you know this story, you see it. And the funny thing is that these monsters are made up so children don't go out and play, so they can stay home and study. I mean, as I stated yesterday, the idea of horror doesn't scare as a sudden impact. It's more terror of the idea that something will happen, but you don't know when. Yep. Well, I guess my brain thinks the best defense is a good scare the crap out of me. Yep. Basically, the brain believes that the best way to prepare you for dangerous situations is to respond to things as if it's dangerous and allowing you more ability to react in dangerous situations. So you're correct. You are in fact correct. The brain thinks the best defense is a good scaring the living daylights out of you. This is just a well-known... I think this is actually scientifically proven. Alright, I'm just going to check to make sure they fix this up, because this used to be backwards. Nope. Yeah, so in case you're wondering, this is supposed to be the last theme. So this was supposed to be the last memory, but it's the second one. I have to check if the other two are mixed up as well. Anyways, now let's go through Axis Mundi. And by the way, for all that garbage damage, this character has 2 war drums. This character has 2 war drums and a rage tincture. And that was its damage output. Alright, everyone, get ready. This is the improved dangerous room. Ooh. So yeah, so that's one theme, that those things aren't constantly chasing me now. So memories are messed up with Lamech? They were messed up like a few patches ago. I just thought they would have fixed it by now. I was incorrect. Whoop. Alright, land cracker. There we are. Woo! McRib is so cool, I wish it could be as cool as McRib. Danger of the... Still love how I was playing Deltarune Chapter 2, and this character stares you down and says, I don't know who's calling, but sounds like they are talking to you. Scared me because he was addressing you as the person or the player. Oh, is he talking to, like, your theme? Have classes for tomorrow. Wish me good luck and good night. Good night, hater. Good luck. I'm glad you had a fun time, even though you didn't get to stay long. I do appreciate the luck that you gave me, so hope I could give it back to you. Where to shoot? Here. Move. I need in. Oh, right. So in case you're wondering, the enemies from the Sun Tower are now in here because of the burden that's causing these spike balls from the sky. Ooh. You know, if I just wanted to do boss fights, I could just go all the way to the Sun Tower. But I think it is Athena value that I stop and actually try to get these question marks, get more relics to power up my certain relics. Ooh. I was playing the new Mario Party earlier. I lost after being in the lead the entire game because Daisy got the bonus star and had more money. Ugh. So, by the way, I just need to say that the new Mario Party is absolutely amazing. I had an opportunity to play with my bro, and the new Mario Party is literally a love letter to all the old Mario Parties. And as someone who loved the old Mario Parties, I could not be happier with it. But yeah, we played one game, and I can't wait for our next. Ooh. Is my dog there? My dog, I did not allow him to the door this time. My apologies if you're looking for my dog. Deltarune has a lot of those fourth wall moments, specifically the idea that you as the player is in control and decide every action, but the main character are becoming aware of that over time. Yep. What was it? There was some game that, like, actually, it looks into your, like, you get the chance to, like, name yourself, but it then later, someone addresses you by the name that you have at Steam or whatever thing you use to download the game. Like, it uses your Steam username instead of your the name you chose in game. So if you named yourself after yourself, or like I think it checks Steam to see what you listed as your name, and it uses that. Like, it did something like that. So. Ooh. They even include the the night. I love the night map of the second game. It was Doki Doki Literature Club, and Monica looks at your profiles. Yep, good to know. Good to know. If I one-shot something, it was a long time ago. It wasn't with this life. I'll say that much. Alright, wait for it. We're just gonna sit over here. Thank you. Oof. Yeah. So here's the best thing about the maps they added in the new Super Mario. It sounds like they're going to add more. And I do not have the damage output to do that, so I'm going to spare you guys the viewership of me grinding through 1,000 enemies. Like, I'm already doing that. I don't need to do it more. Ooh. Woo. Too close to the sky. Am I the only one who thinks plankies are harder than plonkies? I don't know the difference between the two. I'm thinking plankies are the plus spread, and plonkies are the ones that have that switch between two. Well, I guess if you can't find an angle, like, that makes sense. My favorite example of data reading was in Metal Gear Solid 2, where the boss, oh, right, he reads if your memory card if you played certain games, and we'll use that. Oh, and you had to... I thought it was that you had to move it. You had to move your controller to player 2 slot, so he can't read your attacks or something like that. All right. All these bad mobile games are just actually set up for a fourth wall break 240 hours in. Inscription reads your Steam friends list at a fight. That'd be cool if I had friends. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, plonky shoot. Oh, yeah. Agreed on that, because when they shoot the void projectiles, you're able to, you know, treat them as void projectiles. And it's a lot easier to mess with the void projectiles because you have a dash that just ignores them. Yep, you are not alone in saying that plonkies are not as much of a threat. Because I would say while their attacks are generally more threatening, the thing is, absolutely anyone can deal with the attacks in a way that the base character, you cannot. Some characters can't deal with it any special means. Alright. Alright. Nothing there. Oop. Didn't react in time for that one. Go. Who's this? Yep. Oh boy. We're just gonna keep moving there. Oop. I could almost have jumped all the way over it. That would be great. There's the chest. Just get the chest. No reason to fight to the death for that guy. Didn't make it out in time. Darn it. Woo! Well, easy kill. Easy money. we are. You not waste too much time because it takes so long for me to kill. Ooh. Should be on my way now, so good night. Good night, man. I think it's one of the Batman Arkham games that had a part where the screen froze and glitches for like 10 seconds before booting. Yeah. Before booting you to a boss fight. Apparently, many people generally thought it crashed and shut off the console and rebooted it. Yep. A lot of people thought they lost the progress. A lot of stuff like that. Yep. If the final boss remarked about how many arrows you lost, similarly to Johannes, but with an exact number. This would also serve as a small reward for deathless runs. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, luckily I didn't get me because I'm used to games crashing so much. I know what a broken game sounds like. I'm sorry, did that? I'm pretty sure that guy just went under the water. The guy just flew under the water like it wasn't like that wasn't an issue. Sure. I mean, maybe this does a bit more damage. Maybe. Oop, I have an idea. Thank you. You did perfect. Oh, yeah, the Blessing of Strength plus the damage is actually severely higher because it's the plus 12% from the drums as well. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm just getting out of here. Like I can break armor. I'm not interested in getting my armor broken. I'm interested in getting this fairy chest, though. I can't believe I tried to avoid that, I nearly got hit by it. Awesome. Skullbat turned itself into a submarine. Oop, oop. We have a bot to kill. We have a bot. Sorry, I gotta really pause and really quick ban a man. Spanish. There we are. It's so funny because I look over the Twitch chat. It's like super excited. Hey, this is a first-time viewer. This is their first time interacting with the stream. Say hi. Make it friendly. It's like, nah. Nah, bro. Well, good enough. Hey, another fairy chest. Awesome. Once again, in this other game, when you run out of ammo, the main character breaks the fourth wall by saying, "I'm sorry, I would be able to shoot if you gave me ammo." Player, get off your rear and find the ammo. Oh, it's just like, it's blaming the player for not having any you can shoot. Alright. Ah, come on. Ah, missed that bottom one. I could have done that if I was a bit quicker on the draw. Oh well. Let's get the job done. I see you're intolerant of bot lives. I expect a lot more from you, bearded tadpole. It's not that I'm intolerant of their life. I'm intolerant of their comments. They're always jerks, okay? Like, they can live. They have a place to live. That's fine by me. But just not in my chat room, alright? It's like people that cuss. You can cuss all you want. Just try to keep it PG-13 here if you can. I never tried. Hey! Good to know. Gosh. With a damage nerf, I'm still dealing as much damage as I would. That was perfect placing there. Yeah, I like knew he was jumping, I just didn't know where. I need to just start going invisible more often. That's really it. Yeah, actually now that I'm looking at how little damage they're doing compared to what it was like the first time I fought them, I now understand when people were saying this is the easiest of the prime bosses. Hey, even they have a costume? That's good to know. Bye. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I had no idea that was below me. Alright, well I think I die in one hit, so I have to be careful. There you are. Awesome. The healing actually might make the difference because of where I'm at in health. Whew. Oh yeah, the ability to heal from all of this is huge. Just mid-combat healing. I now see why this is considered the easiest of the greater estuary fights. Previous thinkings of it not being the easiest was due to misunderstandings. Alright. Right, there you are. So this guy actually killed 2 bosses. Took his darn time doing it, but what matters is it was done. Oof. Love Halloween updates for the games. I missed the entirety of the Terraria Halloween update, but I already have the creeper costume, so I'm good. Who would win? A ball completely composed of iron, or one windy boy? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'll have to be honest. Either way, I managed to pull that off. So before I bought this after this purchase, we're at 1,000,000 gold, everyone. Just thought I'd note that. Nice little assassin. Yeah, this spear's been doing great for me. And now we got lilies to pick up, which will even increase my damage further. If I pick up a talent, it ain't that one. Alright, guys, I guess we're a Valkyrie. We're just a Valkyrie, everyone. Yeah, these damage boosts seem pretty significant. Oh, wind wall. I see. So the wind wall, it's referring to the fact that wind wall actually breaks those objects when it. Weird that it does. All right, got it. That's what the iron ball theme. Whoop. Oof. So the big question is that scar available from the moment you find that room? Because if the answer is yes, that could actually be a significant change to our route. Because that's more souls and faster. Skullbat subs the Assassin Valkyries. What is this world? I know the one game that used all of the Wii Remote features. That was a game called Zack and Wiki. Quest for... Oh, Zack and Wiki. I actually know what you're talking about. I had a friend that played through that. They said it was pretty fun, but they weren't really into puzzle games. Yep. Ooh. Dude, I love the mic back on the GameCube. Mario Party 6 had the mic feature, and just like they had a lot of fun minigames. You have to have the mic plugged in for that game, I feel. Alright. Katana? Sure. Ooh. There's the shield. Die. Alright. Well, we have a Lily, we have the Immortal Kuketsu, we have a lot of those things. You use the motion controls for puzzle. Oh yeah, you already said that. You were just... Here. Whew. I missed a church dress in the last room? Oh, it was way, way off in the distance. Alright. There you are. That's all I was trying to do first. Like that. Ooh. I do want to trade out this talent again before we leave. But I think I own a Rumble Pack for the Game Boy Advance, but it never worked, so I assume it was for the original Game Boy instead. You're gonna get going? Alright, see you later, wee bitch. Thank you for staying as long as you did. We're just finishing this up. I mean, this character has killed 2 bosses already, so this assassin is a real assassin. But unfortunately, this is a slow and steady sort of assassin versus the hype dashing through skies and slaughtering everything in its wake sort of assassin, which a lot of people don't get the appeal of, and I understand them on that. By the way, wow, so they don't have that platform, but they have the rest of the climb just default. Alright, so without the double jump, Void Dash is enough to find Nama's room. That's good to know. It's gone down. Alright, the best thing is we heal by just dealing damage. By killing things, we heal. Oof. Still need to find a lily. Alright. Oof. Oof. You know what would be a pretty cool trait? Identity crisis. And like what it would do is it would just give you like it would give you a random trait and like weapon of a class, because you can't switch those out. Like having just it randomized at the start would be kind of cool. Like maybe it's not the intent, but I think it would be cool. It's one of those things that it might not fit the intent they're looking for, and therefore I could see it not making the cut just by that alone. There we go. Got to go. Good luck on this run. Thank you very much, Strong Gun Chimp. They do that in Hollow Knight gun mod. In order to heal, you must defeat a certain amount of enemies without getting hit again, or else it resets. Huh. Interesting. To think that a mod that says I added a gun considered adding more mechanics other than just I've got a gun and I'm in Hollow Knight. Fortunately for them, they'll find the gun mod rather displeasing, as we already have a gun. In fact, we have a guy who slings guns. Oh my gosh, how hilarious. Like, if there... I don't know what kind of meme game it would be, but like if the class was a gunslinger and it literally just chucked guns at people. Like, didn't even shoot them. I don't know, it just came off the top of my head and just had a funny picture. I guess Borderlands 2 kind of did that. Oof. Alright. There. That room is a fun room. The fact that it only exists here and not in other areas of the castle. Yeah, it's just a chest room. Is super fun in my mind. Just a pit of water and 2 flying enemies. And chests on the other side. Ooh. Oh, I have 2 lilies and Namaz open. I'm going to be finishing the job after this then. Or at least should be. Yeah, let's find Far Shores as a way to teleport back. Which, the best way to find Far Shores is up and to the right. So... another lily. I still only played Borderlands 2. I reached the catch a ride guy, but never got any further. Still don't know why, but I prefer the first one over the second. Might be because you ended at that point. But yeah, first one's absolutely fantastic. Second one, it takes a while to get going, and I think that's the theme. First, when you get in and it like feels like you're already in the story, and it's just like guns, like there's no overarching villain the way there is in Borderlands 2. So in Borderlands 2, you feel like you have to constantly be approaching this villain, but your first few missions are not doing that. So it has this like weird dynamic of I want more, but I'm not getting more, like more in this approach. And it's like doesn't feel right story-wise, is the way I describe it. The freezing while you're swinging hurts. Man, this boss is so much easier with Wind Wall as the spell. Some of them escaped. That's not good. I feel like these are all just like minor movement errors, and I'm getting just punished horribly for them. I couldn't get out. When I dropped through that hole, it was game, basically. Oh well. That was a good assassin. Sir Judson was a great assassin. Whew. Alright. Sir Matt. Alright, well we have 1 million gold to spend. And it's all going to my therapy. Oh, wait, before I put it on my therapy appointments. Increase that. Alright. That was runes, so... Now let's get some therapy. Alright. All my therapy done. 20660. Try to figure out what I want next, sort of thing. Go. Got myself a lot of additional focus. Probably not the best to be increasing my focus like that, but that's what we did. Plus 770% gold. Always nice. We got a telescope. We popped over the Gwelm Plateau. We have all the teleports we want. Go. Whew. Alright. You're not a chaser. It's all about survivability with your power. So that's good. So I can just ignore you. Whew. Pick up pre-sequel, have to play that one too. Yep, I have not played either, so... Let's look for survivability. Well, that's survivability, if I've seen any. Looking for fairy chests as well. You gotta head out? Alright, thank you very much for stopping by. Whoop. Ooh. Thank you for coming by. I always enjoy the chit-chat, the conversations. Well, nearly dead by one hit. As things should be, I guess. And nearly rezzed by a single piece of meat. That's definitely as things should be. Are there certain upgrades that give so much bonus resolve? There is a mana upgrade that gives you plus 1% resolve, and I have 50 of them. So there is a mana upgrade that gives you bonus resolve. And then also there's a rune that gives bonus resolve. I have 5 of those. So, or then I have a equip weight high enough that I'm pretty sure I'm in light armor. So, despite having a full set of Leviathan max. That one, yeah, it's not cost effective. But when you want resolve and you've bought everything else, I mean, why not? Definitely wouldn't suggest it, but I was like, I'm this late into the game, why not? And I actually get something, because I have plus 6. Oh my gosh, start with the one I was looking for the most. Ooh. Just dash straight in without thinking. Yeah, that one is not cost effective, but it's the only one. And I had so much money I didn't care. Ooh. Ah. Yee. Alright, you know what? Let's head over to another area. Like the Stygian Study, maybe? Sure. Alright, we have double Hyperion's Ring. So our survivability should be fine. I do think there are things that are gonna one-shot us. I'd be surprised if there weren't. Hey, this room looks familiar. This is a great damage dealer once I find the weapon buff. Once I find a new weapon, is what I mean. I'm not going to use that because I'm only going to get a different spell. And I can't use any spells right now anyways. I'd rather save the rerolls for when I find a weapon. I will not deny that could be the death knell for me. Do not ask me how I did that without taking any hits. It was mostly instinct. And it was completely unnecessary, apparently. In case anyone wants to know why I chose the Stygian study of all places, this is why. Rooms like that. Where all you have to do is not interact, and you'll be alright. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Got a lot of nice chests. Just be cautious. No reason not to be. Ooh, scary wounds. Eat and under. Some treasure just here. Whew. All right. Keep moving. Well, between the two, this is definitely the more approachable. Thank you, quintuple magnesis. And thank you for not shooting a projectile there, because you could have made my life so much harder. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, some of these rooms have been horribly close. Alright. I could do this one. Reinforced rune. Increases total armor by 8%. Nice. Ah! And we still haven't found either boss or any important room. Man, if this was a speed run, I'd be mad. Well, other than the fact that I'm in a speed run, I have 828,000 gold. I would retire now and basically be done with gold collection for the rest of the run. Vanguard Banner might be good here. I might be able to make... Yeah, I'm not... I can't fight the enemies, so... I can't actually do anything to them. Hey, this is a nice room. And yes, now potion with quenching... New and improved quenching room. That's what I was looking for. Meat. Meat can be found in this one room. Alright. So that just leaves those two paths to the left. I'm not sure I want to be treading old ground that deeply. And I don't want to go into that room. Alright. I mean, that first one's not... You know what? No. No point in retreading old ground. Sun Tower, Kirkwell Plateau, or Paishan Dry Lake. Alright. We have enough health that we can now survive hits from enemies in this... Like, we have enough health that we can survive hits from everywhere except Paishan, I think. I think Paishan still one-shots us. Or at least there are enemies that can one-shot us. Meanwhile, these enemies are barely threatening, it seems. Scratch that. These enemies are very threatening. I just somehow took the weak hits. I didn't even know weak hits were a thing. Alright. Alright, now that we got that. I should have used this for healing. Oh well. We didn't find any meat, so it made no difference. Ooh. I found meat there, but... Nope. Slap the dog on the butt. Go on with it. Oh, right. I can't trigger those. Whew. Oh, thank you, meat. And that's why I like having high intelligence. It increases the amount of healing you get from meat. Also, I just realized the vitality theme has a healing increase from meat that is percentage based. Technically, that could keep going up to the point where percentages very much in my favor. Whew. Dash room, do not care. Alright. There is an entrance right near the entrance, so we can continue there. When I say there's an entrance near the entrance, I mean there's a room. Let's not deal with all these shields. Okay, yeah. Vanguard's banner with pacifists is solid. 100%. Yeah, I don't like the wisp there. Oh, that meat was premium. Oh, the Vanguard banner also just saved my rear there. So, yeah, Vanguard banner has shown itself worthy in these sort of scenarios, especially as a pacifist. Ooh. Hey, 1 million gold pacifist, I just realized. Don't know how long ago that happened, but it's at least happened by now. So, that's nice. I will state one of the problems with using all my resolve on cool themes is while they're awesome when I get a weapon, I did not get a weapon. Not yet. Therefore, not so cool. And I can't pick up the double bell. Which, since I will have 3 times where I'm at death's door, like double bell plus double Hyperion's Ring would be amazing recovery. So yeah, fun little theme. Kicks still work, even though they don't deal damage, but the weapon does not trigger. Oh my god. So it landing on the spikes triggered it. Faster and safer to return to main menu. So we will do so. If we return to main menu, we might want to just change where we're starting at. Where are we going? Because, yeah, I have to... Well, there's 2 rooms, like, very close off the entrance, so we'll go here first. But... I'm like, trade the gun for an actual melee weapon. This is not an actual melee weapon, in case anyone's wondering. This is a This is a joke of a weapon. And keep in mind, the gunslinger has a swab bonus to help it out, so that weapon wouldn't have been good with it anyways. Ooh. All right. So question. What enemies is this good against? Can this slaughter Murmur? My guess is no. It's kind of sad. I just got a weapon, and now I really want to look for a weapon. And I do have the sudden strike. I wonder... I gotta figure out how much damage that Immortal Koketsu is doing, so I can... Alright, about half health in damage. Alright. That doesn't even knock them. That doesn't even change their trajectory. My spinning weapon. That's a bad sign. I don't even have attack that can change their trajectory. Yep. I don't like that. Not one bit. Hammer needs a buff. Very much. Very much so. This has been discussed many times. Ugh. Well, I'd rather not face Nama with Garbage Hammer. So, well, back to Stygian Study. We now have a weapon to go through the rooms that we've passed through. So, Pacifist finds 1,000,000 gold and then gets a weapon. Then everything goes south. It's the belief that you can win that harmed my chances of survival. Whew. Found gone heads. No death, therefore. Problem. Let's try it. Aha. 53. Yeah, it's... Well, I will note that I do have low strength. This weapon has always done pitiful damage. The purpose of that weapon is to remove the pacifist, weapon. That's it. More empathies. Oh well. It's not like I need the iron ore anyways. Alright, there's one down. If I find war drones, I think I take the negative health penalty because it's just going to deal, like it's 6, 12, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Assuming that I lose my other Hyperion's Reign, it's something like plus 50% damage. Alright, found the door. Okay, so this weapon might actually be nice because I can do this. Ooh. Even my file that's full strength, it's so weak. Yep. That's why I keep hearing. I just wanted to give that caveat, because it's even weaker on mine. Oh. I mean, that should work by slicing through, but I just mistimed it horribly. Alright. Thing is, do I want to face Enoch like this? Or do I want to actually try to find more damage boosts, a different weapon, basically? Ooh. I mean, if this kills him, it is pacifism levels of gold on Enoch. On a boss. Oh my gosh, it's Enoch Prime. Never mind. It's Enoch Prime. Never mind. I don't have enough experience with Enoch Prime to be suggesting such an aggressive decision with such a bad weapon. Regular Enoch, I would make this suggestion, but this is Enoch Prime we're talking about. And there's enough additional issues with Enoch Prime. I'm gonna decline that decision. I'm going to claim it foolish now. The spell will be good. It's just everything else. The only upside to the weapon is that you never have to worry about chasers. Yeah, but Enoch Prime has Namaz Lantern chasers. So that's not even, like, precisely true. So apparently crossbow... arrows are deflectable with just the regular attack. I knew there was like something like that, but I didn't realize just basic attack was enough. Alright, I'm going to get a little more mana, and then I'm going to take this in. Because if I can do this with just my magma mass... Oof. Alright, did I clear out this area? Just that one room. Alright, yeah, with Enoch Prime, I'm not going in. I am not going in on the Enoch Prime. Not with this weapon. Ooh. Let's max out my mana again. Ooh. I will state that there are enemies that this knockbacks properly. That's important to have as a benefit. Alright. So I'm using this mostly just to teleport to get myself through the rest of the rooms. Yeah, it's Kirkwellen Plateau. I'm trying to think of what areas are the most like, there's no area that's more likely than others. Just what areas am I going to get other benefits along the way? And as long as I can't think of any, I'm just going to the starting area because it's the starting area, you know? Alright. Ooh. Definitely need to use the Koketsu more, or the talent. Whatever you want to call it. I call it Koketsu because that's what I thought it was called. Could be wrong. Oh my gosh. Little damage off. Ooh. Ooh. Well, we got here. No. Oh, we're out of rerolls. That ain't good. All my fault. So, gold because of my speed. Keep them both in mind, but no point in them right now. A stone rune, nice. More ore for me. Awesome. Whew. Alright, let's gain some mana here. And we just... Oh, I meant to do, but that's okay. This is working out, and that's pretty awesome for me. This was not my intent, but I literally pressed up because I was going to aim my attack up, but I have up as my interact key as well, so it ended up working out because it brought me back below. Ooh. All right. So there's a path down and to the right there, so I can check that out next. Two different paths to get there. Alright. Just keep it going. Keep this life. This is kind of funny, like, I got the weapon. Didn't even help much. Whew. There we go. As long as she can't reach, then this is game. Well, we got a lot of talking if we want to do it. Because there's one benefit here. I was wrong. Play with fate, get punished. Well, I'd say that's a deserved punish. Literally saying how they can't even hit me. Oof. Whoop. We're at full health, even if we've lost both of our reins. Oop. Let's go over here, try to find some meat. Again, if we can find a weapon, I can abandon this and go... I will, with 1,500 health, go face Nama. I believe I've already found her, so... It'd just be the process of... It'd just be the process of fighting. And I need another weapon. No. So I'm not facing him with spin kicks. Or with these little pumped up kicks, I guess, would be a better phrase. Watch them give me the archer longbow or something like that. Something that I personally am unable to use effectively. Oof. Well, we're at 2.5 mil, so I'd say this is a successful run no matter what happens. So we can just leverage on that. But feels kind of hollow without any boss killing. Alright. Where do I go next to look for a weapon buff? Axis... Okay, so Axis Mundi. I can, I know precisely where every question mark room will be. That is my argument for why I'm going to Axis Mundi now. Because with that, I could... Like, it's going to be a lot of movement towards it. But every time I go into an area, that, like, I know immediately whether or not it's going to have a question mark. That was the only way out of there. That's going to be... Here. Alright, so this question mark we do always know is a story element. So we can ignore that one. Oop, I have a way in. Oh. Do that. Alright, we have another question mark, and this one could be of value. We're going to go in now and worry about that guy on the way out. Empty vessel actually gives me plus health, but not minus health. Okay, so I took some damage. Okay, whatever. tube. Alright. Whatever. Let's just leave that chest behind for now. No, no, no. I want that chest. And we have a way to get it now. Make it try. Make it easy on me. Whew. Chest up here. Alright, full health. No point in killing enemies when... Alright, we are hitting the split. We just keep moving. Nice little meat recover if I wanted it, but... Fairy chest. Should I take it? I'm taking it just to escape that at this point. Nope. Nothing I could do. Oh well. Wasn't certain, thought I'd give it a shot. I could get up there if I wanted to. I'm just going to go for another fairy chest, though. Alright, so here's the abuse in case anyone's wondering. You could jump, and then you could trigger it. Makes it super easy. Sharpened room. Nice. Alright, well... Still no other weapon rooms, but... It's more ore. Almost. Okay. Whew. There we are. And we're at full health again, which is always good. Another question mark room. Nope. Not with this damage output, not with this weapon. Here. Oof. 3 million. All right. Oop. Another question mark. We are getting a lot more question marks that we can control, but just that we can control when a question mark appears does not mean we can control what's inside. And that's the issue that we're running into right now. Well, that I feel was just poor timing more than anything. A fairy chest. Missed. Well, I already showed you how to do this last time. Make it super easy. Lucky roller. Nice. Whew. Just these long lives. Mess that up. I was supposed to dash, use my special dash, my talent, but I just dash normally. Alright. Well, let's look in the rooms here. See for the rooms that I didn't explore. There's one up and to the left. Well, there's one up to the left. Alright, up to the left we go. It's kind of funny, like, as much as I'm harping on this weapon, I went from 1,000 gold to now 3.2 thousand with it, so it's doing something right, even if I don't know what that something is. Hey. Oh! Didn't even notice you there. But we solved it anyways. Go. Let's just use our Tetsu to save ourselves some mana. That. Oof. All right. Gosh darn it. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. So this one's going to turn back on. Shut that off. Alright, so here's the awesome part. There we go. High stakes. Awesome. spikes got me. So that's what it looked like to me. I could be wrong. Oof. And that's everything. Alright. Well, we have now done all of most of the areas. All of Citadel Argartha is cleared. All of Axis Mundi is cleared. All of Kerguelen Plateau is cleared, except for Nama. All of Sigurd City is cleared, except for Enoch. So now we just have Sun Tower and Paishan Dry Lake. I'm gonna go with Sun Tower because Paishan, the main reason you go down there is, like, you can grab the keys and bring them to their doorsteps, even if you're not fighting them. But I'm at 95 resolve. I do not have the resolve to go grabbing keys right now. Should have waited till I got up here to grab that. Oof. There we are. Gonna wait for you to choose to walk. Like so. The main purpose of this is literally to gain mana because my Magma Mass is my main weapon. Ooh. Ooh. Takes out half their health with a single. That's good to know. Alright. There we are. 3.5 mil. I'm probably just going to use the Koketsu to get through that spot right there, but I got through it. Alright. So I guess I gotta keep my Koketsu. Some around half there as well. I also just use it to do that. Oh my gosh, he's on the chest. You jerk. Come on. Ah. That sucked. Let's try and interact. If I grab this, I go to 0 health. Which, I mean, the fact that I'm not at 1 health right now shows I can take multiple hits. Which in my mind says it's not worth it. Oof. Oof. I'm like, why didn't it show me that there is projectile coming? Because it's my projectile. Ah, I accidentally pressed the wrong button to cancel it, but that's fine. Make it fine, at the very least. I feel like a boss. Alright, let's get this one first. Yep, just the magma mass is just doing so much work. That's making the weapon negligible. The problem is I don't think I can keep that statement true for boss fights. Alright, so if I just wait for this to come off cooldown, I can just kill it. Here. Really quick check because this is an easy room to access and there's a question mark there, as there sometimes can be. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh man, that's plus 48% damage, but it's also half my health. Makes me, I mean, in one aspect it makes me regret taking so many useless relics, but it's also because of those useless relics that it works like that. Not gonna sacrifice ourselves trying to get that. Woo. Oh. Took a few more hits than I wanted to, but that's to be expected when you're facing ultimates like that. And we're approaching 4 mil, so all upside from here. Yeah, we're about to reach like pacifist full clear territory. We're getting closer and closer to that. I didn't get every chest, but full map view. All right. Another question mark. Hey, story time. What do you say in here? You might be stronger. You may not be stronger than the series, but absolutely they don't have another chance. I mean, I'm gonna put doubt on the claim I might not be stronger. I'm not stronger than the series. I guess he uses the word might, so I'll give him the benefit of doubt. But and I'm just not taking the trials because I don't want to die just needlessly. And most of the trials are for benefits with this life. Then again, Pandora's Trial does give me resolve, which is precisely what I'm looking for. Just like I wish I had like rooms in the first area that I could leverage if I grabbed one, you know? In Galray, you've seen like I just get random damage on the way, as is. There's a room on the inside. Once you have the question mark on the outside, it's better to explore the inside if you're looking for question marks. Well, I'm done exploring the inside, I think. Treasure chests? Alright. Doing that more protection. I said that really weird, but yeah, mostly for protection. Alright. Hey, 4 mil. We're still moving. Okay. Up we go. I will say, not grabbing any dash runes or similar things, definitely biting me in the rear during these. Oh boy, it's chasing me. I just realized that. Let's get inside. And I think I will provoke this guy. Get the kill. Ah. Just glad it didn't let me fall into the spikes. And full mana. Yeah. I should probably check this lower level while I still can, now that I see that it's there. Yeah, I'm not going to kill every enemy here for this full clear, but I am going to see every room. Okay, hold up. How much damage was that? I did not realize that damage is based on your intelligence. That's my guess. It's either equal to a... It's at least equal to a spin kick, and my spin kicks are dealing a lot of damage, but I did not expect it to kill that guy. For the poison to leave. Alright, there we go. Full mana. Oh gosh. Is it this what I think it is? Yep. So they simplified this. This used to be much more difficult, especially when you don't have any buffs. Ooh. Awesome. Red rune. We're getting all the awesome runes. We just need the value rune, whichever one, the one that gives you more gold. I think I've cleared out every... Nope. A few rooms right there. Alright, so we'll have to go back to the entrance to do a full clear. But at least I kept it all to the entrance. Ooh. Alright. Just keep it moving. Oof. Alright. Let's get this treasure chest. So yeah, if you use your double jump, it will actually cancel out the momentum. Which is how that works. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh! Making some stupid mistakes, but I filled it out in the end. Bounty rune, that's what I've been looking for. Oh my gosh. We got all the runes I'm looking for as far as I care. Alright. I mean, I could just use the hammer or the magma mass and just rely on that to kill the boss. I don't think that's a good idea. Alright. Whew. Yeah, the Koketsu, now that it like refreshes on kill, or at the very least I know it refreshes on kill, I think it used to be doing that a while ago and it was a mistake. But now that is intentional, it's super cool. Alright. Yeah, so just figuring out where the numbers lie is hard, so. This is an empty room. Alright, so this does destroy it, so I can literally just do this. Yeah, room's empty. Just keep moving. Finish the full clear. We still have rooms up there. Alright. Alright. Full chest at the end. And this is a platform challenge, which of course means, for me, not a challenge. I mean, I will admit there are platform challenges that have been challenges for me, but generally speaking, this game is on the safe side when it comes to platforming challenges. Oop. We're gonna move the Koketsu reset. That was nice. Just staggering their hits to kill, and worked out. And with that, we have the entirety of this area cleared out as well. So all we have left is Paishin Dry Lake. And the bosses, but this is not a boss fighting character. But we have now explored... This pacifist has now explored every single area except for the super dungeon. Let us begin the super dungeon. Alright. Alright, these traps are not a threat at all, so that's a positive. We already found our good old friend, this boy here. Good old friend. Whew. Moving forward. As always, increase my max health so I can survive hits. Just had to do that to prevent me from dying there. Whew. Alright. Whew. Go. Means I can't land, but I can do everything else, so I'll be alright. Alright. Be careful. That will always land meat. I want to save the meat for later. Yeah, the Koketsu basically hitting an enemy, causing it to get very low on health, and then hitting another enemy while I'm flying through it to get it low on health is like a devastating combo. It's hard to pull off because I need to injure an enemy and get another enemy low on health, but when it happens, it's just absolutely insane. Oof. Pick up that chest while not even being threatened by these guys. Alright, wait. Here. Now we just head down, and we just... Oh. Didn't see there. Well, I mean, if we make clear the entire pathway from this guy to one of the keys, I can do that. I don't want to be stuck at such a low resolve, but if I can just clear the pathway for it. Alright, wrong key. We know where the Onyx key is now. But I need to clear out a pathway between the Onyx key and the Onyx room. So we're gonna head left, seems to be the next... Like, yep. Everything's to the left. Everything is to the left. Man. I forget how big this area is a lot of the time. Alright. Didn't die, therefore you're a jerk. I know it's kind of backwards logic, but... it's true. Cool. Well, I don't like the look of this. Yeah, I don't like any of that. Oof. Man, I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm a boss, other times I feel like just the trajectory of magma mass is just perfectly considered. As designed as a spell compared to... Let's regain some mana here, because we can. Alright. Perfect. Even seemed like he died as he gave us the last of our mana, so appreciated. That was not appreciated, though, however. Ooh. Just these long, long runs. Well. Actually, the fastest way to do this is to return to the main menu and walk from the entrance. Well. I think this character has proven that they're good enough. I think I should just go face Irad with this character once I... Like, this run has gone on an insanely long time. Like, I'm out of time and then some. I'm going to need some healing once I deal with... once I open this door. And, like, this run needs to end at some point. And if it's not going to end, then it has to actually start fighting bosses. I can't wait to find another weapon. So, Irad, you're on the chopping block. The reason being, you have chasers that work well with this spin-to-win weapon, and I can literally just stand right in front of you and throw powdered magma mass at your face, and you don't run away. Ah, my gosh. I see you understand my plight, and are just being very friendly to me. I really appreciate it, honestly. This has been a friendly fight. How kind can one boss be, man? Alright. Well, it has its limits, apparently. Magma Mass is a good spell, what can I say? Nearly got another million from a single boss fight. Alright. So here's the question. Do I want to keep exploring the Abyss? Or am I just like, well, we did that, let's go face Nama now. I'm going with the Abyss. Because here's the thing. I can actually face this enemy here. Never mind. Suddenly, I'm very inclined to go face Nama. I wonder what it is. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that every time I enter a boss room, it fully heals my health and mana. Wonder what it is. But yeah, just using this as a way to restore mana and just blowing them up with magma mass. It's a strat. I mean, I'm not going to kill with it, so might as well just use it whenever I can. 2, 1. Good to go. Alright. The fact that this is working so well is actually concerning. There we are. I'm not going to bother keeping them off every time. Use that to get around. 1,000 damage. It should be noted that I do deal additional damage on bosses just by the fact that I have every one of those damage boost-like effects. Oh my gosh. Well, I tried so hard to get a better weapon, and in the end, this is the best weapon I could find. Wow. Alright, so I have far less experience with Prime Estuary Enoch. So I think this will be the death knell, but we're gonna see. Because we were supposed to die a long time ago. And yet here we are at nearly 6 million gold. Alright, this one is actually threatening because of these guys. This one shoots 3. Let's not be in between those little... That's not much room to be maneuvering. Alright, take it slow. Take it slow. This is actually pretty nice. Get out. Alright, now we have the hard part. Woo. Alright, this is perfectly fine. Now it's not. Get out. We have these chasers that we have to deal with. solid. Oh my gosh, I just realized how little damage I've taken in this fight. I'm just always nervous about every hit. Okay, that didn't work. I thought that would dash me out of the range, but that's not how that attack works, apparently. Oh well. So canonically, that's some sort of STD. You got those little puffballs are an STD from the mob. I mean, who knows? I call it more of a trick that Nama taught him than something like that. I mean, I wouldn't... Well. Now onto the part I suck at, apparently. So one of the things is the jumps are now a lot higher, so that's why you can go under more clearly. Okay, let's just get our distance. I took all my damage all at once at the end there. Let's not take any more. Made a foolish mistake there. Should have just used my slash, but oh my gosh. We had a pacifist that, with pacifism, got to 1,000,000 gold and basically cleared out the Stygian study. Then they got a weapon and took out 2 bosses. Nearly took out a 3rd, but I made some stupid mistakes in that fight. And we got a run into rank 25. Fantastic. Fantastic all around. Look at all of this. Explored everywhere except the darkness below. And even then, grabbed a key and brought it home. Nearly 6,000,000 gold in the process. Alright. I'm going to spend the money, and I think I'm going to stop here. Yep, almost 6,000,000 gold. Alright. Ooh. I kind of feel partially responsible for that death. Nah, don't worry about it. I enjoy talking to people. Like, I much prefer that moment where I was talking to you than the moment where I was just winning. So, don't you worry about that. And now we have panic attacks. But first things first, we have some runes to purchase. Doesn't matter if I'm going to equip them. I'm maxing all the ones out I can max out. $250 gems is not enough, unfortunately. Alright, what do I want to increase next? You know, let's get a strength. Or at least where it can be. Next up, do we do vitality? Do we do armor? We could do spell crit damage. There's quite a few options we could take. None of them feel right, though. That's the big problem. None of these options feel right. $117, $158, $325. There we are. I think that's enough focus to make myself look intelligence-based. I mean, how much focus do I have now? 217 versus my 34 dexterity. I think I have focus as a possibility now. Alright, I'm liking that. That looks good. Big spell will do a big crit damage now. Yep. And now the crit damage is actually significant. And that actually justifies me now grabbing like an Eldar rune or a focal rune. You know, if I had the mana to do so. Well, we're going to worry about that next time. I think we're going to drop it off. We had a long stream. We had a long life. That pacifist lived so long. Oh my god, I feel proud of it. Alright, well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. And let's go raid someone. Let me go get Twitch ready. If you guys have any suggestions, they don't have to be related in any way. Like, I'm going to have you guys raid a Magic the Gathering stream. So, well, actually, I'm going to have you guys raid a Celeste stream unless you guys have a suggestion. So, yeah. Let's go raid Parrot Dash. It just says he's doing Celeste. I think, it looks like he's still staying up. At least that's my guess. Alright, let's getting things ready. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy some Celeste. This guy also does speedruns, of course, so...